Okay, I'm back, and let's check our salmon. And see how it's nice and pink on the outside now? That is a good sign, but when you look at it, oh, it looks done. No, 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 it might not be done. So let's get in there with a little knife and a little fork. This is one of the biggest mistakes. You know, people look at the outside and they look and it's done. It's not. So see how the grain, follow the grain. So we're going to pull it back a little bit. A little bit. And you can see, no, it's not done. So look at that. And let's try this one. Just put your knife in between the grain. Pull it back. And you can see it's dark. It's as dark as when I first put it in. I mean, underneath is dark. So we're going to put the lid back on that. And here's our bowl with the breadcrumbs in it. And let me get a spoon. Better to put this on a spoon than try to cup it in my hand. So we got this is about this fine. And I mean, if there's a big piece in there or a little piece of, you know, as long as it's just chopped up. I hope you can see that, because this is, you do this. Okay. It's like a little spaceship going by. There's your UFO on a spoon. So there it is. So we're gonna put that in there. And again, the onion produces a lot of, you know, it produces liquid, and the yams have liquid in it, and that's what the breadcrumbs are for, just to soak up that extra liquid, because we don't want mush. We're not adding liquid to it. We're trying to dry it out a little bit so it can form into patties. So now what you're going to want to do is get your handy dandy. I got two different versions. I got two different types of mashed potatoes. Two mashers. Not potatoes. Yeah, these are potatoes. And both of them come in really handy. I like this one, and I like that one. This one can almost be used as a pastry knife. It's a little on the dull side. My pastry knife is in hiding. Yeah, it's in hiding. It's hibernating. Anyway, so this is, it's, you know, it's not sharp, but if you're making cookies and you have the butter at room temperature, you can mash it up. Or making muffins. This is good for making muffins. So, you know, a lot of people get out their super duper food processor, and they think that, you know, society has told us that, oh, well, you need a food processor. But it's like the old saying, you need a lamp, because if you don't have a lamp, it'll hurt your vision. In real truth, you can read by candlelight and it doesn't hurt your vision. It's just a sales tactic. So it's the same thing with the food processor. It's like, you need it or you can't cook. No, you don't, because I'm doing all my cooking without a food processor. And guess what? It doesn't obliterate the food, because if you put an onion through a food processor, it draws out all the water. It does all these little weird things, so the food gets a lot more mushy. You know, it's still going to taste good to your taste, but old-fashioned way is a lot better. Okay, so here we got our yams, and we're going to take the garlic and hopefully squish it out. Yep. Oh, these are really. Should have taken the little knife and almost spill this. That'd be great. There we go. It's soft inside, but it doesn't want to come out. Ah, come on. Okay, well, that's what it's going to do. Let's see if this one's any better. Oh, there we go. As long as you get that little thing off, then often they pop out. Now, if you want, you can add some. You could have added some celery, like 2 stalks. I think I said last time I made this. I think spaghetti yam bowl spaghetti. There we go. And I added 2 sticks. And I said stocks, not 2 stocks. Oh my God, talk about overwhelming. I mean, you couldn't even make that into a it's really soft on the inside and the outsides are really hard. There we go. Now, you know, what I like to do is I love garlic, and I like to put lots of garlic into my food. And so you can take the garlic, put a little olive oil in the pan. There we go. I think that's it. Let's get rid of that skin. Make sure you got all the skin. Oh, there's one more. Oh, there's the one that found the. Okay, no more skin. Let's dump that in. Now, mind you, this is basically already cooked. There's nothing raw in it. It's not like meat. So when we're going to take it to the pan and we're going to lightly get some toasted sesame seed oil. You see, I've used that a lot. Put it in the pan. Now, we're not going to deep fry it. We're just going to lightly coat the bottom of the pan with the sesame seed oil and then lightly make it golden brown. It's not going to be like meat where it gets all dark brown and dark brownish. So let's smush that up. And the garlic's really being fragrant right now. And again, like I said, if you have any spices, go ahead, add the spices. And this is not watery, it's nice and dry, so it'll be easy to handle. Now you can do this 2 ways. You can dip your hands in some water to keep it from sticking. I found it. Nope, that's not. I thought it was. Garlic skin in there. And remember, as soon as the broth is cooled enough down, put it in a container, stick it right back in the freezer. And it'll even be better because the yam is now incorporated into it. I need my rag, but I don't have my rag. Everything's in the wash. Okay, let's take a look at our salmon. Let's open it up again. Now see, what you want is when I do this and it just comes off, when it just breaks off, let's see. Oh, it's close. Oh, so close. Look at this. I got 2 red lines in there. So a little bit longer. And this will be done. So what we want to do here is when this is done, see, salmon cooks pretty fast. When this is done, turn it off. Actually, guess what? I am going to turn it off and it'll steam the rest of the way. So what we want to do is after that's done, we're going to pull the bones out and we're going to let it cool down for a while because I'm not into touching, you know, my hands, I got cooking hands. I'm used to getting burned all the time. But this is a little bit too hot for me to handle. But break it apart, let it cool down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make the patties. And let's get our cookie sheet. My ancient pizza pan. This has been used for everything. I used it to make cookies. I used it to make bread. Well, I used to make bread. I don't make bread anymore because well, that's how I lost all the weight, is not eating bread. Not that we eat bread sometimes, but not nearly what we did. But this is like the all-purpose pan. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit, I got dusting flour over here. Put a little dusting flour on it. And just keeps it from sticking. Spread it around. And then you could even use the flour to dredge, so when you're doing the patties. So let's see. So what we're going to do is, this salmon is almost done. Put that over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a little, like, I'll show you the size. So just grab, now this is actually really, this turned out really good. It's not moist, it's not sticking. Look at that, that's perfect. See how there's nothing on my hand? So I got it right on. So we're gonna do about a little bit bigger than a walnut. God, it smells good. Like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna push it out. Maybe I should come over here and show you. We're gonna push it out. Like, see how I'm pushing it out with my finger? Make it flat. It's got a nice color to it. Look at that. Of course, it's a sweet potato. Yeah, let's see if I can. Yeah, it's sticking a little bit, but because I flattened it out, draws out the moisture when you do that. So we're gonna make a little pancake in our hand. We're gonna take a little bit of the. I got my evil hand going on. So you got my evil, like the you know when what's his name was doing the I can't when. I don't know what the technical word for it, but when he was having his hand over that seeing stone, he got that evil, creepy hand going on. I think I have my evil, creepy hand going on with the salmon, but we're not trying to see what's going on in the next world with salmon. Okay, back to how to make a patty, and then we're gonna put a little bit of the salmon in there, and then we're gonna fold it. See, 1 fold, 2 fold, 3 fold. We're gonna make it's like folding a little, it's like folding the lids of a box. You 1, 2, 3, 4. And if any of the salmon sticks out, just take a little bit and cover it up. And all of a sudden you got a sealed package. And then round it out, stick it here, and let's see if this is done. I'm gonna have to make another video with this because it is a little, I actually want to show you, show you invisible salmon. So let's take that off, put it in the sink, and we actually are going to that worked. Let's see if make sure. Now, if you can see, it came right off the skin. That's good. Okay, this side's done. This is done. Now, if parts of it are done, you pull it apart and you're like, well, that side's done, but the other side's not done. Pull out the side that's done. Oh, let's see, it looks done. That's done. Let's see how it's falling apart. Ah, hey, it did fall apart. All over the place. Yeah, it's all done. Ouch, ouch. So let's see if the other side's done. Remember, always pull it with the skin, not the grain of the grain. It's like wood. It's like everything has a grain to it. Wood has a grain. Fish has a grain. Unbelievably not, we have grain. The way the muscle is, you know, in our bodies, it all grows in a certain way. Okay, this is definitely done. Oh gosh. Yeah, when it's done, it falls apart. And now that was the bad way of taking it off. What I like to do is, the right way, is grab one of these, take it right under the skin, lift it up, put it on the plate. Take it under the skin, lift it up, put it on the plate. But that was the, this was the, there we go, salmon on a plate. Voila! I think people would have a little cow if you were at a fancy restaurant and all of a sudden you came out with a plate looking like that. I'll be right back.